gente chévere con internet. Me llamo Laura, and today we are going to talk about syllables and accents. Splitting syllables in Spanish is very easy and it's going to help us to understand how to use the stress and the grading accent in Spanish. Spanish accents are more easy to understand. You already know how to use the vowels and the consonants because we have already a video about that. If you don't see it yet, I invite you to watch it. But beside the span, let's talk about how the syllables work in Spanish. They're vital to understand how to extract. So, splitting syllables is very easy, but we need to understand this. And in Spanish, we need to think about the vowel like a magnet, and the consonants are like pieces of metal. That basically means the consonants are attracted by vowels. We already know also the vowels have an interaction between them. Again, you can watch the video about that. Keeping that in mind, we can understand how to divide in syllables. If you saw all the videos about the series of pronunciation, you probably already know the words we are gonna use today. Start with the simple syllables. The ones two are split separate because the consonant have a vowel just in front, so it's attracted by that one. Not the vowel behind. If they have one in front, they prefer the one they have in front. So, simple word, mañana. Ma-ña-na. That's a very easy one. It's split, very simple. Make this a little more interesting, adding the diphthongs. You remember the vowels stay together. For example, in this one, it's my favorite, Laura. Laura. We have a U that cannot split, so we have a syllable there, and the R go with the A. Laura. This one is also sometimes hard. Estadounidense. But it's exactly the same. We split the ones we can, very easy. Es, because the S have not a vowel in front, so want to stay with the vowel behind. Esta, that they have an A in front. Do, because we know this cannot be split. Estado. Ni, easy. Then, because we don't have in front this N a vowel, we have a consonant and they don't like too much. So then we make a sandwich. They are attracted by the E. And finally, se, estadounidense. You probably also remember the triphthong, and that's very easy too. Paraguay. Guay. Because we cannot split these three vowels. I mean, this is a Y, but in this context have a vowel sound, so it's exactly like an I. So, Paraguay. Talking about vowels that cannot split, we have the special syllables, if you remember. Que. That we don't pronounce the U, but it's anyway, it's like at the tongue, we cannot separate. It's the sound, it's a syllable like that. Queso. Always like that. Queso. Or pingüino. Even when we are pronouncing that one, still together. Pingüino. And maybe guitarra. Gita. And we start with the double consonants. Ra. But this double consonant is a little different to other ones. In this context, the ra stay together because it's a sound. It's a representation of a sound. The r sound. So for that, we cannot split. But that doesn't happen with other letters. For example, if we do coleccionista, that double C, coleccionista, it is split. We have co-leg, because we again make a sandwich, but the C, like really the idea to have with a vowel by its own. So, sio, but it's yo because we have a diphthong in there. Nista, coleccionista. Yeah, we have a couple of sandwiches of vowels in there and also diphthongs. We already covered the double letters, so let's see the double vowels. If you remember the word contraatacar, we need to divide that. Contra, again, TR represents a sound. Tra, we cannot split, and anyway, the N is already attracted for the C. Con, we have a sandwich of vowels in there. Tra, the R want to be with the vowel in front, but the other A, they don't want to be with anybody because the other C already have a A in front. Contra, A, by its own, Ka. Contra, A, ta, Ka. That is our first hiato, hiatus. And now we can see another one, like in maestro, maestro. We split the two vowels, but again, that S have not a vowel in front, so try to join to the vowel is more close by. Maestro. But you already know the pronunciation of all those because you saw the other videos probably. Let us start with new ones. You already know how to split in syllables, so I want to give you a couple of challenges. And you can write how do you think to split this in syllables in the comments. So let's see. Abstracto, construir, obstrucción, instrumento, menstrual. You can do it. Now we already know how to split in syllable. Let's understand how the stress, the Gryton accent works. A stress syllable exists in all the language. That's the reason because you say bathroom and not bedroom, because you have a stress syllable in there. The thing is, in Spanish, we have a really easy rules to see and to know when you need to stress a word and where is the stress syllable. If you notice in all the words we just read, we don't have Gryton accent. It's on purpose. Now we are going to talk a little bit how we know if we need a Gryton accent or not. And it's extremely simple. Words in Spanish have a classification and it's very simple, but when I was a kid, for me, it was very confusing to understand agudas, llanas, esdrújulas, sobreesdrújulas, and I'm going to teach you that. But it's more easy if you remember that it's more simple, because you only want to speak in Spanish. You don't want to do an exam or something, or yes, I don't know who you are. But if you don't want to do that, just think in these two rules. If the word ends in N, S, or vowel, the stress is in the penúltima sílaba, the next to last. But if N and anything else, is stress in the last. When we broke that rule, you need to mark with a Gryton accent. That's it. And the classification of the word depends on that. If they are stressed in the last syllables, they are agudas. It doesn't matter if they have an accent or not. They are agudas. If they are stressed in the next to last, la penúltima sílaba, so they are graves. And if they are accent in the next to last, en la antepenúltima sílaba, they are esdrújulas. And if they are accent in the next one to the next one, oh my god, I don't know how to say that in English, but you understand the point. You count from the last to the in the other direction, or beyond that, they are sobreesdrújulas. And obviously, as you can guess, esdrújulas y sobreesdrújulas broke the first two rules. So all of them need an accent. For the purpose of this video, that is only teach you how to pronounce, we are going to think about the two rules and the broken rule with the stress, the accent, the Gryton accent. We can see here some words to follow the rule. That word, azul. That word ends in a letter different to N, S, or vowel. So the stress is at the end. We need to know to split in syllables for that. So, azul. Azul. And the stress is represent always in the vowel. Azul. Good? Next one. Comprar. We already know. Comprar is not N, S, or vowel. It's an R. So, comprar. Good? Other one to follow the rules. Compro. When I buy, compro. Because it ends in a vowel, so we don't stress the last syllable. Compro. We stress next to last. Compro. Zapato. Zapato. Ends in a vowel, so we need to stress this one. Zapato. Very simple. Now let's see some ones to break the rules. For example, adiós. Adiós. We already know the rules in here. But its own, Dios. And we always, when we have that situation, we have a S. So It should be adios, but it's not adios, it's adios. So we are broken the rule. And we tell to everybody, I'm broken the rule with this word. We write the accent. Así. Again, ends in a vowel. But I broken the rule. So I say to everybody, I'm broken the rule. Así, and not así. You can see it? Other one to broke the rule. Útil. Útil. It ends in a L. So, should be accent in the til. It should be útil, but it's not útil. I am broken the rule, and I say, everybody, that word is broken the rule. Útil. Útil. Árbol. Árbol. Ends in a letter different to an S or vowel. It's a L, so it should be árbol. And many people pronounce árbol, but it's not árbol, it's árbol. Árbol. Because we are broken the rule. And as we say, las esdrújulas y sobresdrújulas are the ones who are broken always the rule. Things like cómpralo, cómpralo, cómpralo. The rule say to us, it ends in a vowel. We should accent in here in pra, but we don't do it. We do it in co. So cómpralo. An example of sobresdrújula, with the same verb, we can continue with cómpramelo. Cómpramelo. Again, same situation. We should accent it because we have the O, but we are not doing. So, cómpramelo. And in here it could be tricky depending on the Spanish you are learning, because in Argentina they change a little bit. Maybe they say comprámelo or compralo, but it doesn't matter. If you are reading, you are going to see where the writing accent is, and you can see it. Other thing we need to know about the accent in pronunciation is they can broaden the diphthong. If you remember, we say that in the other video, and we say we are going to explain it here. So let's see the diphthongs. This is our diphthong list. I, ia, au, ua, ei, ie, eu, ue, iu, ui, oi, io, ou, uo. When we broke it, it means we pronounce each letter in a different syllable. For example, in this word, let's see. País. So is that pa-is. Raúl. That is opposite to Laura. Ra-ul. Cafeína. Ca-fe-i-na. Reúne. Re-u-ne. Oír. O-ir. Noúmeno. No-u-me-no. María. Ma-ri-a. Ríe. Ri-e. Periodo. Pe-ri-o-do. Capicúa. Ca-pi-cu-a. Actúen. Actúen. Acentúo. Acentúo. Again, remember these videos are more to help you to pronunciation, and now you are capable to read whatever you want. Maybe you don't know what it means, but now you can read it. You can listen the words and you can write it because you already know what they are saying. So that is one of the things you need to know to learn Spanish. And like a last challenge, I would like to let you that word. Oía. How many syllables do you think that word has? Let me know in the comments, and see you in the next video. Hasta luego! I wish somebody explained it to me like that.